All right. Blessed love to all the people around the world. Um, Welcome to Healthy Culture Reggae Show. Now we stay with the greatest artist, Uwe Banton. Uwe, thank you for your time, for your vibration. It's a pleasure to stay with you.
Greetings, blessed love, in the
Blessed
name of
Lord Rasta.
Imperial Majesty, I the Celestia, I the First,
Yeah, I and I, Respect my brother.
Rastafari,
Thank you for this moment. It's a pleasure for me. I really appreciate your music. Is your
Rastafari.
career is great and your message
I
by the
give
reggae
thanks.
is amazing.
I give
I want
no.
to ask you some questions. Know about you. Tell me when are the beginnings of Uwe Banton?
Well, if you mean when I was born into this world, in 1965, in a town called Lage in Germany, and I grew up, just like every other normal youth grow up here, I would say, in Germany. And when I was about 14, 15 years old, I began, started, to listening to reggae music. And I became a huge, huge fan and lover of reggae music, with a growing desire to be able to play that music and sing that music also one day, So that is how I grew into becoming Uwe Banton, the one Uwe Banton that
Oh,
of
great,
today,
great, Reda.
Rastafari. Yes,
In
I.
which year are you beginnings in reggae music? Your first contact with the instrument or
Well, actually put it like this, like uh, as for music, uh, I was always interested in music from an early childhood. I was always listening to a lot of music, and not really trained, to become a musically educated child, you know. That actually came later when I got some guitar lessons. Um, when I was, I think, around maybe 10 years old, 11 years old, I got some guitar lessons. And then when I got to know about reggae music, I yeah, I wanted to know actually more about the culture. Or let's say I realized that there was much more to it than just the musical aspect. It wasn't just the music; it was the whole vibe, the spirit. The culture behind this music.
great, excellent. Thank you for this information, Rubio. It's interesting to know. Um, what does reggae mean for you in your life?
Well,
In some words.
to me, it's a music, which carries a special message in this particular time that we're all living in now. Um, you know, After so many years and decades and centuries, millennia of darkness and confusion and corruption, it shows us that now is the time that there is a special light shining, with a promise for all those who have lived, to be living and to be alive in this time, to see that with all what is happening around us, there's a great light, and Jah is showing us, that He is alive, and that He wants us to know that this good message about Rastafari, about the love, of God, and how He's showing it and how He is revealing to mankind, to humanity.
Yes, definitely. Living day by day is the key, and simplicity is part of our life, right? In these times, it's hard times, but we need to stay strong and try to um, See the life every day like a blessing, right?
Yes, yes,
Yes, my brother.
yes. We got, yeah, got to give thanks, and
Yeah, man.
remember that we are not alone, So, Jah is here, and this is how we must be good, and live good with one another. We are
Yes,
not
my
alone.
brother.
No man is an island.
Yeah, man.
You
No
know.
man stand alone. Dennis Brown.
Yes.
Yes, man. Oh, which artists are influenced by you, my friend?
You mean which artist had a great influence on me?
Hmm.
Is definitely when I started listening to reggae. I, you know, started listening to Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, um, Jacob Miller, Burning Spear, Culture, Max Romeo, Jimmy Cliff, Toots, and the
True to the mic.
Maytals,
Right.
So this music was something that was special and very different from what we used to hear those days, just as it is today. But today, all the musical styles that we're evolving and developing, you know, back in the 60s, 70s, they are all now integrated into what is modern pop music. But in those days, you know here in this side of the world where I grew up, people knew pop music, and of course people knew classic and jazz and everything, and they knew rock music, but reggae was somehow different, playing the rhythm differently, with the offbeat and uh, just the vibe and the message of it was something very unique. It didn't really fit into what the modern world that we were growing up into with the media like TV and radio, what they wanted to sell us as, being the hottest thing,
Great,
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
this man
man.
was just different, but to me it felt like really something very special, and it was talking to me in a special way. And yeah, since then, this has been my way of life, and my
Yeah,
my passion,
yeah, great. It's a lifestyle. Yes, reggae
Yeah,
is a message.
it's a
Is-
way of life because it
Come on.
comes with a special spirit and a special message,
Yeah,
which is unique. The message of Rastafari has been brought into the world through reggae music,
yeah,
and this is a very important message, for humanity in this time.
yeah. Interesting, brother. You visited in the 80s Jamaica, right?
Yes,
Who was
yes.
experiencing in these times in the 80s? Jamaica vibe, the towns, the
It was,
vibrations.
it was, it was, it was great. I mean, me, when when I went to Jamaica the first time, when I was blessed, I could, phrase it in that way, to be able to visit Jamaica for the first time in 1981. I was 15 years old. So I was a youth. In my mind, I was very young. I had all I knew was the life in Germany, and, how I grew up here. And we didn't know what the world out there was. We watched films, we watched news. This was our media to get our idea about what the world out there is like and what people are like. And coming to Jamaica actually made me realize in those days, especially, and this is through the good spirit, of the people, that we are all one. Because I actually remember, realizing that, I had very quickly, I found very good friends, people of my age, and we were moving around, Jamaicans,
Happy
the
people.
locals, yeah. I mean, good people. And we moved around, and it took me on as a friend. And I remember, listening to, smoking some good herb, we're having a good time and laughing together. That really opened my eyes. And I saw, this man and he reminded me so very much of one of my good friends back home, and there was, I all of a sudden I didn't see any color. I didn't see anything that makes us appear differently on the outside, like superficial, aspects of our being. You know, it
Equal
made me
rights.
realize, yes, not only that, but it made me realize that we are all spirits in a flesh form, and when it comes to the spirit, there is nothing like color.
Yeah,
you
right.
you you feel people by who they really are, you know like everything outside is outside, but what is inside, you cannot change it.
Yeah, right. I understand that, right.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, good to
So we
know
are
about.
one, the oneness, the spirit of
Yes,
oneness. Yeah.
good to know about this experience. I have the blessing to visit it in January, in the last January, Jamaica, for first time for Rebel Salute, and the people have a different way to spread the vibe. It's very happy people, and it's good to know in this kind of culture, right? This um, knowledge and this behavior, right? Is good. It's good. It's a
Yes.
blessing. The Jamaican people
Yeah, man.
is a blessing
Very,
people, and
very, very special people. With all what you hear, what is going on, with all the bad things that you will hear, but Jamaican people are very special, and they have a very special place and purpose in this time.
yes, right.
Because they open up the eyes of the world, to realize and to see things that the rest of the world wasn't able to see. It was the Rastafarians out of Jamaica who were, pointing towards His Imperial Majesty, Haile Selassie the First,
Yes, right.
the conquering line of the tribe of Judah out of
King of Kings.
Ethiopia. And it's because of the Rastafarians why we know about this particular, aspect of human, history, yeah, what God's, given promise, to us, you know.
Yeah, the
So yeah,
promised
we give
land.
thanks. We give thanks, for the Jamaicans, We give thanks to the Jamaicans, and we give thanks to the Rastafarians, to show the rest of the world, to share their love, and to share what they will see. We give thanks.
Good, yes, right, my brother. Oh, I want to know about experiencing movements band.
Yes.
How long and how did it happen? Your your first
Um,
step in bands, right? Before
yes.
you are
Well,
single.
yeah, Movements was one of the first bands I played with. I in during the 80s, I was, the more I got close, and the more I was absorbing and growing in learning about into the culture, of reggae music and Rastafari. Um, I was in the 80s, more before I actually, started picking up my instrument again and playing it. I was doing like what most of the people were doing that I knew in those days. That was like chanting in a club on a microphone over when reggae music is playing. That means, when a dub is playing, the version is playing of the song, you take the mic in the dance, and you chant over it, and just simple style. What was, this is how we all started. Like, yes, Uwe Banton on the mic MC, chanting them your lyrics unto everybody. And yes, to the black and also the whitey, you know?
Yeah, man.
And so, but after some time, that was like during the late 80s and the early 90s, I took back up my guitar, and then I learned, or I more or less, taught myself, how to play certain things, like how to play the rhythm, practice it and play the rhythm on the guitar, and was something that, you know, you had to just get into it and get the vibe and the feeling of it. And so from the early 90s, then I joined my first bands. First band I played with was called the One Vibe, and then after about a year or so, the band changed a little bit, and then we called it Movements, and we played for over about 10 years, from 1994 until 2004, and did a lot of touring and a lot of gigs, mostly in Germany, but also in Central Europe. uh, and then after 2004, I started to do more solo stuff.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Know about
Yeah.
it. Um, Tell us about your albums, Ubu, like vocal. Um, um, After the movement band, you you did different albums. How was the experience? And in personal, which is your favorite? You have a favorite album of your career?
No, well, um, actually, every album has something of that particular time.
Mhm.
There's always like a series of songs that you work on. You write the songs, and you play them live, and then you record them.
Right.
Sometimes, yeah, you even mm, don't play them live until after they are released. Also, it depends. Um, but I can't really say I have a favorite album. There are certain songs that over the years, they people recognize them, and the people become more mm, love them in a special way. Which you, the songwriter, or I personally, it's not um, always. Sometimes you can feel that the song has a special energy, but people feel your songs differently. So
Yeah.
sometimes people will pick particular songs that they love a lot, that would even surprise you, because maybe you didn't think of that song as being something special.
You're right.
um well, there are some songs that you can see they really stand out, and what really amazes me, and I give thanks, is that you can see that music is really a gift. You cannot think of it with the intention, or you want this to be, popular, uh, especially when it has a message. You know, I have, for example, I have a song called Race, which is,
Praise,
yes, okay,
praise.
thank you. It's
It's my
right.
favorite album. I want
Okay,
to tell
okay,
you right places.
o-
I
okay,
know Ubu by this album.
right.
Yeah,
Yes, give
rightful
thanks. So
place.
I want to tell you a little story about that
Mm-hmm,
song.
mm-hmm,
It's a song that comes from movements days, from the time when you know, when we had the band movements going, you know,
mm-hmm.
and but we never got to record it as movements. Actually, we recorded it, but because of certain circumstance, we never get to release it, as a single or as an album in movements days. But I used to continue playing it even um, as a solo artist on my live shows. And it was about 2008 that I remember I did a show in Berlin, and someone came to me after the show and was saying to me, Uwe, I have you have one song, and I've heard you play it once at a show. And that was, he was telling me something like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I heard you playing this song once, and this song has never left my memory. And I've been looking for it, to see if I can buy it, on an album, but I've never seen that you released this album. And then he sang the song to me, which was Race.
Race,
Yeah.
right.
Race, race. So, you know,
Yeah, right. This
the
is
man was
great
singing
too.
the song to me, and he only heard it once ever in his life, and that was years before he actually saw me to tell me this, which made me realize that this song is really very special and is important, and I must see to it that I record it also. You know, so I give thanks. We give thanks for the gift and for the for the blessing of music. You know, and it's
You're
something
right.
that is
It's part of your mission, I think, brother.
yeah, you know, but also it makes it makes us realize that we are only, how can I say, the vessel, the carrier of the message, and it doesn't really matter who is singing the message. The message itself is bigger.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, interesting. Thank you for this history. It's a pleasure to
yeah,
to hear
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
man. Um, so which countries did you visited by reggae music? I know you was in Costa Rica in 2011 and your first visit in Jamaica in the 80s.
I also
But
passed to Costa Rica again in 2013,
13, true. Oh, great.
2011 and 2013.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I a friend of Howard, yeah, of the
Uh,
Rojo Reggae
oh
Band.
wow,
I saw
wow.
uh, time ago the video, the
Yeah.
acoustic
Oh,
video. Really
nice.
great,
Give thanks.
nice.
All right. Give thanks.
Yeah, my brother. Oh,
Yeah,
which
man.
other
My
countries did
those
you?
those are my family. Those are my people. My good friends in Costa Rica. You know. Jose. You know.
Carmona.
Sis-
Mhm.
yes.
Yes, man.
Carmona and Kumari, Pedro Leon.
Yeah, man. Great
Hagura.
artists, great musicians.
Yes, yes. Un Rojo, I really do. Those are my family, my good friends. I really love, I have a lot of love for them.
Yeah,
Whenever I come into Costa Rica, they treat me as a family member, so
yeah, right. In
yeah,
every country you found a family, right?
yeah.
Good.
So,
It's a
so if
spiritual
they
people, spiritually people, right? It's
true.
yeah,
So if they are listening, I just want them to know that Uwe Banton loves you, and loves the entire Costa Rica.
yeah. It's your
It's a very,
house
very, very strong
forever.
love
Yeah, man.
that cannot go away. We even did a nice little video, like a documentary, on my
Yeah.
first trip. We went to Canyo Island, down in the south there. I
Bahia
was
Drake.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
read Bahia Drake and Nosara.
yeah. Thank you.
The paradise, my friend.
Thanks. It's paradise.
Yeah,
It's
you're
a blessing.
welcome every time,
Very, very
brother.
great
It's your Costa
place.
Rica
Yes.
is your house.
Yeah. Give
You are a great
thanks.
artist, and maybe uh, I I wait you visit again Costa Rica
Yeah, we
in the
are,
future.
Javelin, and I shall,
Yeah,
visit
you
again,
you have a performance right in Raíces, San Pedro, Roots.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we did a performance there, exactly. Raíces, yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I started my my artist in Roots, in Bar Roots, in Raíces. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's I have a lot of appreciation to this place
Okay.
because
All right.
see they love a lot of reggae music. The vibration
Mm-hmm.
is great and give
Mm-hmm.
me the opportunity to share the music about the mixing and vibration, right?
Okay.
Um, Ubi Bantan always stay in my sets. Rifle Play is one of the
Uh,
of my favorite album. Real Roots is a great album too. Uh,
see.
yeah, I want to tell you in this present. I want
Yeah.
to give thanks for that.
Give thanks.
Yeah,
Well, you got to know, you know about Mental War. I don't know.
yeah,
You
Mental
know
War.
the
Yeah,
album Mental War, yeah? We have some singles and we have a new album coming. I'm just actually working on a new album with, many, many new songs. So look out for it, you
Yeah,
know.
you released some singles of this new album, right?
A few, yes, yes, we have released so far two singles of the upcoming album.
All
Yes,
right.
that is right.
And some videos, right?
Some
Some videos, right? Some
videos,
videos,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
true, yeah.
yeah. Really
No,
great videos, and the video and the
yeah,
quality
no
is
special
really great.
reason, and speak the truth, you know. So
Yeah,
those are, yes, they are
yeah,
from the upcoming album.
yeah. I saw that the connection with Reggae in Germany. Yes,
Yeah,
I think is very close to you, right?
yeah. Well, Reggaeville, yes. I mean, they are. I've known some of the people who do this, platform, for many years.
Mhm.
They have been around, for decades, actually. Been
Mhm.
doing a lot of great works, of promoting reggae music.
Great. Tell us about the collaboration of Uwe Banton. I remember with Mikey Dread, right? You
Mikey,
you did
Mikey General.
Mikey General, right?
Yeah,
How was the
yeah.
experience with Mikey? Um,
Oh, Mikey is such a great and humble soldier, such a humble spirit. And we met in Jamaica, when I was there in 2009. And yeah, Mikey is just so great to work with. He's the original Mikey General. Yeah, you cannot mistake his voice for another, And I've been a great fan of Mikey, since the actually since the mid 80s, when I used to go, as a young youth, go out to club, and he had some releases that were released in England over some English label. Was it Dub Vendor or so? I'm not sure, but he had a song called Parring P, and yeah, everyone must check it out, It's my
yeah,
Parring P, yeah, it was one of my favorite songs, actually. I mean, I'm bridging them those days, we used to listen it a lot, and we used to, yeah. So that is Mikey, Mikey, the original Mikey General. And we give thanks for this soldier,
you're
still
right.
around. He's just actually released a new album too, so people must check out his music, Original soldier.
Yes. Oh, great. Great to know. So, will you tell me if you have the chance of the opportunity to choose one artist to collaborate with you, which artists are you choose?
Well, actually, any artist, it's more, it's a matter of vibe and connection. See, when the spirit connects, it's
Mhm.
something that you cannot interfere. It's a, I don't, come with a premeditated intention to say I want to do, a combination with this or with that artist. If it happens, and this is how it usually works, sometimes you want to achieve this, but something else comes up, so I respect every artist. I respect every artist that has good music, positive, music, positive sound, and good vibe, and good spirit, and you know when we meet and the spirit connects, then music, comes up, so
Yeah, right.
that's
Right.
what it is, I
First need to connect spiritually and in human kinds
yeah.
vibe,
Mm.
and
like
then
like
in the
like
music thing, right?
yeah, like you see, for that album Mental War, Mikey General was on my list. Luciano was definitely on my list because I've been a big fan of Luciano too, one of the greatest singers in reggae music, that we have seen in reggae music. So
Yeah, he's a soldier.
yeah,
He's a gentleman, right?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
so this is how it is. But it doesn't really matter for me the name. It's not like I must only look for an artist because he has a big name.
Mhm.
It's, as I said, it's a spirit, that needs to
Yeah, right.
connect,
Yeah, I
and that is
understand.
that is where everything manifests.
Yeah, good answer. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Ugu, it's a personal questions. How do you try to live day by day in your life, spiritually, and in the way that you eat and in meditation, in grateful things?
Well, first and foremost, you have to, focus your mind and your thoughts into the direction that you want to go into life, and try to, you know, shield off from the things that lead you astray. So once you focus your mind on God and what He has given to you, and you decide that you want to walk on the path that God has paved for you. And the problem is that we as human beings, sometimes we are blind, we are led astray, or we are distracted by what is happening around us. So once you put your mind and you focus on the Most High, for Jah to lead you on the right path, then that is where you must go. So this is the first and the foremost thing for you to do every day. Focus on the right way to go in life and not to get distracted. So everything else comes after. you know you set your mind in the morning, every second, every minute that you're free, that your mind has control over your body. This is where everything starts, from your mind. So even food and those things is very important for your body, but it all starts from your mind. If your mind is not made up in the right way, you know, the food won't help you also. So
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
it all starts from your mind, and your mind has to connect with your spirit and your heart. So it's not all just a mental thing. It's to find that balance, between the spiritual and the physical. you
You're
know
right. It's a balance, right?
yeah.
Yeah, gratitude every day is a key too. Oh, great. I want to know what do you think about the new generations of artists of reggae in Jamaica and in other parts or or the world, sorry, or the world. Um, you have artists of other generations, but what do you think about these guys to try to do great things with the reggae music and try to follow the steps of greatest artists like Bob Marley and Peter Tosh in these times?
Well, I think you see, each time and each generation brings forth, the artists and the musicians and the messengers of their time. What is already written is already written, and what has already been said is already being said. It's not, nothing new again. The message is already being told. It's time is moving on, but certain things have already manifested. So it's just for us to live, right, and to do right in this time. And everyone else is like to be seen as our companions then. So since we are born into a certain time. It's not we decide. It's not I decided I wanted to be born in
Mhm.
1965. I was born then, you know. So who was born after me, you know, didn't see what I saw during my time, you know, and that is how it goes. I didn't see and I didn't live and go through the things that my father went through, you know. So it's something that passes on from one generation to the next. You know, this is how we didn't fall from the sky, you know. We are here and we are a product, you know, of what our forefathers went through, you know. So this is how we have to move on, you know, forward, you know, not backwards. So I cannot look at the youths and say, you know, they are not like what I experienced in my time, because they are living now, you know. I grew up in a different time, so this is how we got to move on, you know,
You're right.
onward, forward, positively into the future, you know.
Yeah, education in the first step, right?
Yes,
Interesting.
true.
Oh, great is the experience. Share a good vibration with you, Uwe.
Give
It's
thanks.
a pleasure. You transmit a peace, a good vibration, sapiens. Give thanks for that. I every day we learn uh, a little things with for other person, and I think I learn some knowledge uh, by you. Thanks
Give
for that. Maybe
give thanks.
can you sing a little space, a little time of, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, race or yeah,
Hmm.
roots
Mm-hmm.
for healthy culture reggae show?
Yeah, man. Health culture reggae show, yeah. Can't leave out the roots, yeah. Could I never leave out the fire? Just say we must speak the truth, yeah. For more consciousness is required. Healthy conscious roots, leave out, could never leave out the roots, no. Could I never leave out the fire? Just say we must speak the truth, yeah. More consciousness is required.
Great, Matt. Thank you.
Race, race. Long time they used to tell us about race, race. They were trying to separate us. Race, race. No, no, no. Now we don't need no more disgrace, disgrace for the human race. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We are one. Thank you, my brother,
Yes,
for your
yes.
vibe. Maybe can you send a big salute to people of Hot 78 Radio? Is a platform by we transmit the interview
Hot 78.
radio. Yes.
Yeah, now or how do you want me to do it?
Maybe now. No, no problem.
Okay,
Mhm.
like um, like a jingle or
Or saludes who you want and send to big love to Hot 78
yeah,
audio radio audience.
Hot 78.
Yes.
Okay. Greetings, everyone. This is Uwe Banton talking to you. Special request going out to Hot 78 Radio.
Yes, man. Thank you. And the last, a mini jingle for my project, Healthy Reggae.
Yeah,
Healthy Reggae.
healthy reggae. Hold on. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to Hold on, let me do it again.
No problem.
Mm, Healthy reggae, yeah?
Healthy Reggae. See,
Okay.
this is who we want, Healthy Reggae. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, greetings. This is Uwe Banton, and you're tuning to Healthy Reggae.
Yes, man.
Okay.
Maybe by Marvin Selector. Yes?
Marvin Selector, yeah?
Okay, Marvin Selector. Healthy Reggae by
Or,
Marvin Selector.
you know, I wanted to tell you, you know, my oldest son
Yes?
is called Marvin. His name is Marvin.
Marvin. Oh,
Yeah,
great.
yeah. And you know, my surname, yeah, I mean Banton is my artist name,
Artist name.
yeah. but my surname is Schaefer, Schafer. Yeah, so my surname starts with
Schaefer, right?
my surname starts with S. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, right.
so the initials of my oldest son is also Marvin S. You
Oh,
know, like how you wrote, Marvin, Selector Marvin S. Dot. So my oldest son is also Marvin
oh, great.
S.
My
Dot.
father named Marvin too. I am
Oh,
Marvin
really?
Jr. Yes.
Marvin Jr. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. All right.
He is. This is here for me. I yesterday I was my was my birthday, and now
Yesterday.
with the
Oh, wow.
family. Yeah, with my family. This is my
Okay.
father, Marvin.
Oh, great. Hi.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good day, sir. Yes, I'm fine. Nice to see you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. My name
Yeah.
is Marvin, father.
Yeah, I'm just telling your son that my oldest son is
Ah, yeah.
also his name is
Se
also
llama Marvin
Marvin.
también.
Oh, Marvin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, three Marvin.
Yeah, three Marvins.
Cheers.
Okay,
That's wine.
cheers.
That's wine
Cheers.
for my years.
So where do you live in Costa Rica?
Oh, in San Jose.
San Jose
San
City.
Jose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
we stay in Escazú, and my
Uh,
sister live here. Yeah.
uh, okay. Okay. This is near the volcano, yeah?
Oh, is the order? Is the this is the west part?
The west part. Ah,
The
okay.
west part
Okay.
of San Jose.
30 kilómetros.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The volcano is the east part. Yeah, is
Ah, okay. I
yeah,
see.
but it's
You know,
really great.
when I when I used to stay in San Jose, we stayed at Jose Carmona's house, and that is in what is it called? I forgot. I forgot the
Yeah.
name. It's not Guadalajara. It's I
Yeah,
forgot.
I don't
Just
know
forget.
where is
Mm,
Carmona house now.
uh, I haven't. I must go to Costa Rica again. I'm beginning to forget the names.
Yeah, but you need to come again, my friend.
Ah, good. It's this crazy Corona thing that is stopping everything.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know how the situation is in Costa Rica, but
yeah. It's similar. Yeah, it's similar on and now
yeah,
in quarantine
it's.
too. Yeah.
So are they doing? Are they having live shows? Are there concerts happening?
Um, 15 days ago, the bars doesn't open, but the
Uh,
restaurants do a
uh,
little. Yeah, I had one performance in the
mm-hmm,
15 days ago, but in a restaurant. It's not a massive thing, but it's
mm-hmm,
every every um, every uh, group of person uh,
mm-hmm.
by distance and something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's So normally when you go to town, like people have to wear masks and that kind of stuff.
yeah. Yeah, you need to use mask, but when
Mm,
you into the restaurant,
mm,
you can
take
leave
it
the
off.
mask and stay
Mm,
with your group. Yeah, for example.
mm,
Yeah,
mm. Yeah, so this has changed a lot, It is not good for
yeah. It's a
music. It's not
strange year, right?
very, very strange. It's a very, yeah, very strange situation for all of us, who do music, who live music and live our lives, uh, doing cultural
Yeah,
stuff,
right.
and so
Yeah,
we have to just live with it and see how
yeah,
things are going to develop,
you're right. Yeah,
because
the culture in Costa Rica, the live bands
mm,
can't do a
yeah, you
performance.
see,
Yeah,
yeah, that is the
but
thing,
for the boys and the
uh,
sax and the yeah, right. But
uh,
if you for example in my case,
uh-huh,
I don't use a voice, only a pads,
mm,
and is is step by step open, right,
mm,
again.
mm,
But the events, the big events for next year. I don't know. Yeah, yeah,
Maybe next year.
yeah. But
You
this
know,
time, yeah,
yeah. You know Johnny Dread too, yeah?
yeah. Johnny, the tío, el tío. Yes, is
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
Last year we share eye opening the a concert of Tio
Okay, okay, yeah.
And Johnny Man of Mecatelio. I don't know if you
No, I
know
don't know.
about Mecatelio is
Mm,
other band. It's more
okay,
oldest than Un Rojo. In
okay.
roots in the same
Mm,
place that you put reggae music, but
mm,
staying in other place very close
mm.
to Raíces, right? But it's
Okay,
the
okay.
name owner, Don Alejandro. I don't know if you remember Alejandro
Okay,
Barrantes.
okay.
Yeah, I love work with musicians. I don't work a lot with DJs, but
Okay.
I love that the art
Oh,
of
nice.
the live band and yeah. And
Right.
now I learned to play piano step by step
Oh,
a little. Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. Good times, quiet times for
Mm,
learn, right?
mm, mm.
To take the bite for the positive things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Costa Rica is such a beautiful place, you know. Yeah, really, I hope, I wish, and I pray, you know, so God willing, one day, you know,
you're right. You're right.
we'll
Yeah, you're
pass through
welcome, my
again, you
brother.
know.
Every
Yeah,
time.
give thanks,
So well,
give
thank you,
thanks.
Uwe.
Yeah, man, you're welcome.
Thank you for your time, and
Yeah,
it's a pleasure. Thank you for
Rastafari.
this interview.
Give
Maybe
thanks.
you send a last message, a mini jingle for Healthy Reggae by Marvin Selector.
Yeah. Well, greetings. This is Uwe Banton, and you're tuned into Healthy Reggae with Marvin Selector.
Yes, man.
All
Thank
right.
you, Uwe.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. So let me
thank you.
know, yeah, once you edit the video and once you put it online, just send me the link. Yeah, let me know.
Oh yes, I will share you. You can download the application
Mm, mm,
in App Store, Hot 78 Radio.
mm,
You can listen to in web
mm.
www.hot78. I will share the link
Okay.
when the interview
Mm,
is 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 up.
cool.
Is 23,
Yeah.
I guess. I
Mm,
do programs every
mm.
Wednesday at
So
5 p.m.
you're gonna do editing, like I mean, just you edit it, huh? You will.
Yes, I added the
Mm,
audio
mm.
and up the volumes and
Yeah, yeah,
something,
yeah.
right?
Give thanks.
And
Yeah.
cut some
Mm,
extracts
mm.
and share in different parts of the
Oh,
program.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I will do a special of all your music in the program.
Ah,
I will share
wow.
all the
Give thanks.
all the tunes, right?
Give thanks, my brother.
It's part of the concept of my project. When I
Mm, mm,
interview some artists, I do a special
mm,
of of the singles and albums
mm,
of the
mm.
artists.
Give thanks.
Yeah, give thanks, Rubio.
All right, my
Is
brother.
late, right, in Germany?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's midnight now.
Oh,
It's
midnight. Oh,
midnight,
great.
yeah.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Thank you
Keep
also
in
very much.
contact, my brain. If you
Likewise.
need something in Costa Rica in the future, you have a friend. You're right.
Give thanks. Thank you very
Thanks.
much, my
All
brother.
right.
All right.
Bless
Have
and
a
love.
nice evening. Bless
Okay.
love.
Yeah, Rastafari.
Aye, aye.